Good morning, everybody, or I should say afternoon, actually, and welcome to Jointly Speaking. My name is Barb, your host, and today I have a wonderful surprise for you. I have a gentleman here. His name is Fred Hurley, and we're going to chit chat and talk about his life, not quite his life, but his occupation and what he did, and the fact that now he works in his senior years, and I'm using that lightly, as a waiter. But I, I'll talk about that a little bit more later when we get to it. But Fred, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Barbara. How are you?
I'm terrific. How
Good.
about you?
Good, good.
Now tell me, you worked with the government, the state, I should say.
Yeah, the Commonwealth of Mass, yeah.
Yeah, and your title was?
I had a lot of titles, actually. I started off as a group worker, just working direct care with the kids back.
Now, when you say kids,
Yeah.
are you talking homeless children?
No, I'm talking incarcerated youth that were
Oh, okay.
youth that were adjudicated and found guilty of a crime and were sent to the Department of Youth Services.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, I worked in a treatment, I started in a treatment facility, but I worked in multiple programs, revocation, detention, and treatment.
Yeah.
And then there was some aftercare programs that I worked in out in the community as well.
Yeah. See, I think that's so important for those kids.
Mm.
I really feel it today. I don't think there's as many children getting the help that they need today. At least that's the way I hear so much on the news, it scares me.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah, the Department of Youth Services has really been a leader in juvenile justice. They've really taken a lead in that. We've had other states come and tour and kind of see our model. I was
Yeah.
part of a behavior management system that changed from a punitive system to a positive-based.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so, we've made some changes, and the department, the services that they're providing for these kids now are excellent. And, the feedback I think you're gonna get from any juvenile that spent time with DYS would tell you the same thing.
Yeah,
That
wonderful.
their experience was positive. It was guidance and companionship and role models and, and DYS is very good at helping these kids.
Now, these children that you worked with, were they living with their families? Forgive me for asking, but I'm.
No, I mean, some of them don't have immediate family. Some of them, had to live in foster homes. Some live with grandparents, and some would live
okay.
with siblings, and some live with parents. So it was just a mixture.
Combination.
Yeah, a mixed population, but I did it for 34 years. Started
Wow.
on the floor as a
I
direct.
admire you for that 34
Yeah.
years, let me tell you.
Yeah, it was a long, but also quick 34 years. I moved up through the ranks from that direct care worker, working on the floor with the kids. I did all the recreational activities. I was a rec director. I became an assistant director, then a program director, and from there a facility administrator, and then I became the director of residential services for the central region, and I did that for a number of years.
Wow.
Which, we had, I want to say, 11 or 12 programs in the region.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Then there was an introduction of the Juvenile Detention Alternative Initiative, which really refined our practices and what we were doing, and we started to kind of shrink. Programs were then closing based on
Yeah,
the needs. We were trying to get kids that weren't dangerous
true.
to be put in placement outside of our secured facilities. So. And
That had to be a chore in itself,
yeah, that was
to do something like that, because you've got to be so sure that they don't hurt somebody and that they don't get hurt either.
That's true. In our early years, I think a lot of times kids might have been secured for their own protection, but that was really refined in the more recent years, so that, kids that, first time, committing a crime or something, weren't immediately put into the system and run through that system, You don't want to expose kids that aren't dangerous to kids that are, and they
Yeah, that's
secure
true. Yeah,
facilities
yeah.
have the more dangerous kids, so.
Right.
But-
Do the facilities have like an age limit on the child, even though he may be
Yeah.
a problem?
The kids, the age range was 12 to 21. You'd get kids that were
Oh.
youthful offenders, kids that had gun charges or,
Oh,
unfortunately, murder charges.
gee, you wouldn't,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have thought the 12 would have been with the 21-year-old.
Well, yeah, and there was a whole thing with the Prison Rape Elimination Act, and, so we were very careful with that. DYS doesn't operate like, an adult prison,
Right, right. No, I wouldn't expect it to, no.
Right,
no.
we believed in rehabilitation
Right.
and provided services while they were with us, and then continued services when they left. All kids that were committed had caseworkers that worked with them in the community. If there were any breakdowns, a kid may be revocated, brought back into the system, and then, temporarily just till we, get him stabilized and situated and back on his feet, so,
That's amazing.
yeah.
I admire people like you that can do that. I wish I could have done something, but I got sick too young, unfortunately. And I know it's important, especially today. You hear so much on the news with these children. Last week, I think there was a 6-year-old that shot his teacher and a
Oh.
student.
My
And
goodness,
I
yeah.
said, where the heck did he get the gun, the parents had, they didn't put it away, they didn't keep it. I don't believe in guns, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But that put that child in a position where now he's labeled, I assume, for probably the rest of his life. Because he was 6 years old and he shot 2 people.
yeah, I did not hear about that,
Yeah, that was a doozy.
Yeah, that's a tough one,
Yep.
it's a tough pill to swallow, but,
Yeah,
after 34 years, I was able to retire last June and took several months off and kind of fulfilled a lifelong kind of goal. I finally bought myself a motorcycle, a Harley Davidson,
I
and
love that.
started riding, and,
I always wanted to ride a motorcycle. I only rode one on the back. I was the second passenger with one of my neighbors, and only once did he let me on it.
Oh. Well, it's an experience. It's
It is.
there's this, we call it wind therapy when you get out there on the bike, and I wear a half helmet so that I can get as much
Oh,
of that
yeah.
breeze as possible, and
Yeah.
it doesn't inhibit my vision so that I can look around and enjoy it, so.
But today with the traffic, I don't know if
Oh, it's scary.
I don't think I'd want to ride, to be honest. I'd be terrified.
Yeah, no, there's people on their phones, they're not paying attention. No, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right, but
Yeah.
that's why it's really important that when you do ride, that you kind of preload a
Did you-
destination and do back roads and just be really aware of traffic and weather and things like that,
It's
so.
like that new car they got out now that you can sleep while the car
Oh,
drives.
the auto, yeah, those are scary.
Those are terrified. I would be absolutely here to there and gone and wouldn't bother.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Mhm.
They showed a picture for me of sitting in the car. He was driving on the highway and he was sound asleep and he was in the outside lane.
No, I know they put it on
It
autopilot.
terrified.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was glad I wasn't driving
Yeah.
anymore.
Technology has really come
Yeah.
a long, long way, and it's scary. It's scary how fast it's happening, but
Yeah.
I guess the good thing about retiring and taking a little bit of time off, I enjoyed that, but I had to get back to work, obviously, to continue my daughter's education. I
Yeah.
need to.
How old is your daughter?
She's 22, and she's
Oh,
studying
yeah.
to be a
Oh,
physician's
yeah.
assistant, which is a 6-year program.
Oh, how wonderful.
So she
That's-
graduates in May, and then she goes
Oh.
to post-grad for
that's
2 more
terrific.
years.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
So I stumbled upon this job, and this has really been a blessing for me. 'Cause-
Well, I hate to tell you this, or I don't hate to tell you this, but I'm glad I can tell you this. everybody at Colony 3 loves you.
Oh, thank you so much. I
Well, you know
appreciate
what
that.
I think it is? You're an older person,
Mm-hmm.
and you talk to the residents.
Yeah.
I know I've enjoyed it, and I watch you talk with others, and everybody tells me, oh, it's so nice to have somebody to talk to. The younger people tend to just do their job
Mm.
and not take the time.
Yeah, you know something? I'm at that age where I could probably, you know, move here. I qualify to actually be a tenant here, so.
Oh, well,
yeah,
please do. We'd
yeah.
love to have you.
But it was an opportunity to do something, you know, to serve.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the same type of stress that I had with
Oh,
the other
no,
job. That was
no,
24/7. It was on call.
Yeah,
It was, yeah.
once you leave here, you're done.
You're
know.
done, but you
I
know.
used to be in the restaurant business, so
Yeah.
I know.
Well, I've made a lot of, you know, I've forged a lot of relationships here with all the residents here. I love it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like, you know.
Well, they love you. I want you to know that.
No, that's awesome. I feel, you know, very responsible to, you know, not only be a server, but to provide great customer service, but also, I don't know, if there's a need, if somebody's, you know, if there's an emergency, I just have a tendency to want to respond and just
Right, right.
make sure, you know, I don't care if it's a fire drill, I don't care if it's getting everybody out of the building, or if it's an individual that, you
Yeah.
know, falls or something, and I just
Right.
want to be able to be there to help, and,
Yeah, one of the ladies I know today just said she fell the other night and never told anybody. I went, oh my God,
yeah,
that's bad.
it
You
is.
know, that scares me, but, you know, but it's the idea that you talk to the residents, you make them feel, you don't make them feel like they're on this assembly line, so to speak, you know? And that you talk to, because the biggest problem everybody talks about is the weekend.
Yeah, well, it's tough to find folks that can work those hours
I know
or
it.
want to work those hours,
Right.
especially post-COVID, and,
Right.
you know, so it's,
Oh, and I realized that, and I said, and then on Sunday, you only work a half a day, really, because we only have lunch here,
yeah,
so that makes it even more so, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's very difficult for people, but you make everybody feel so welcome and so comfortable.
well, it's
a
mutual.
pleasure.
Those feelings are mutual, not only with the residents, but with the people I work for, like, you know, Mary Ann and Lisa and folks like
Oh,
that.
yeah, they're great.
They are. Colony's actually I was surprised. They're just a really good organization. I love
Yeah.
working for them.
Yeah.
I love this job. It's close to home.
Yeah,
You know,
it makes it easy. And what's nice about this facility, from what I understand, I might be wrong on it, but I don't think so, they base your rental and everything on your income.
Yeah,
It's not a set rate for everybody.
right,
Everybody is different,
right.
and I think that is good.
Yeah, there are prerequisites
Yeah.
that, you know, I know that they have to meet, you know,
Yeah.
whether it be age and
Right.
income and
Yeah, your
maybe
age and your
certain
income,
needs
yeah.
or something, yeah.
But I think that's good, because not everybody, you know, is a $1 million person,
No.
so to speak. So that makes it tough when you're doing that, you know.
And I know the colony is, you know, really attentive to needs. They're trying to modify and create new strategic goals, you know, for colony, which would definitely benefit the residents here, I think,
Yeah.
so.
I have one request.
What's that?
I want the 4th of July, I want a hot dog roll with fried clams. I'll take nothing else, I'll go without anything else if I can have fried clams.
Well, I don't see why they couldn't. That would be something.
No, that's expensive, you know.
Oh, okay.
you
Well,
know, the clams are, I know.
yeah, but it's
I
one
would-
day.
It's one day, and they don't have to give me anything else, and even the other people I've been talking to, they said, just give us the clams,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Yeah.
they just,
Well, a cookout would be nice. Some type of
Oh, yeah.
a cookout out in the parking lot and close the parking lot off. Or,
yeah, that would be nice,
Yeah.
out back here even,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
So the warmer weather's coming, and 4th of July is
Not far away,
not far away.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and that's the whole thing. But tell me, what do you do to entertain yourself when you're not working? Do
Uh,
you do anything
I
besides your
do.
motorcycle?
I do. Well, I also have scleroderma, which is an
Oh, yes, you
autoimmune.
did mention that.
Yeah, I've had a lot of physical and medical issues over the years.
Yeah.
So that it kind of inhibits my ability to do a lot of things that I want to do. But
Right.
I enjoy playing darts, and I do something I probably shouldn't do, and that's I enjoy having the occasional cigar.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, pardon us.
No, yeah, a good cigar, though.
I think
Nothing.
that's
Yeah.
I don't think that's bad.
Yeah, a cigar, and I play darts, and I do have a girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I recently divorced, after, I don't know, 25 years, I believe,
I
yeah.
I know that. Been there, done that.
Yeah, so I do have 4 children. My
Wow.
oldest
Are
daughter
they
is
all girls or?
two girls, 2 boys.
Oh,
My
how
oldest is
nice.
40, my youngest is 22. There's quite an
Oh,
age gap
wow.
there, but yeah, I just
That's wonderful.
I spend a lot of time with my girlfriend now and her 2 children, and yeah, we
That's good.
we have a lot of fun
great.
together. Yeah, like to eat,
Oh,
obviously.
yeah. I
Yeah.
like to eat too.
Yeah.
Fried clams.
Yeah, and I like to kayak. Yeah, right. Yeah. I like to kayak, and I like to hike and do those things when I'm feeling up to it. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
Well, I've been living in Florida for the last 45 years. And one thing you don't get down there are good fried clams.
oh, okay.
That's the one thing I missed when I left Massachusetts.
Yeah, yeah,
Boy, I really was disappointed in that,
yeah.
But it's life. But, is there anything that you like to do or would like to do in the future? Or anything that you think about doing?
I haven't given a lot of thought. The one thing that's a bucket list, and I've pretty much
Oh,
set.
I like those bucket lists.
Yeah, I've set goals, small goals, but I've pretty much hit the benchmark on everything that I've wanted to do. The last thing is to see my daughter through college,
Oh,
and once
yeah.
that's done, that's it's a big part of.
Yeah.
But I would like to go to Ireland. I've never traveled.
Oh,
I've
yeah, that would be
always
terrific.
kind of a routine guy and kind of
Yeah.
do this. That's what
I went over to Germany and France, I didn't go to Poland, but my daughter was in the U.S. Army, and she was in the Army, and she got her master's degree through the Army, and so she's got stationed in Germany for almost all 4 years. So I went and spent a couple of weeks over there,
nice.
and that was quite a treat. It was rough because I was disabled, but we did, and I enjoyed it and got to see a lot of things. And I'm glad I got her through that.
Yeah.
I know when my girls were going to college, we were living in Florida, and I moved to California because California, if you're a resident, it didn't cost as much to go to.
Okay.
So I got both girls through college,
Oh wow.
which I was if I've done nothing else in my life, I did that. And I'm very, very glad
Yeah.
that they did it and finished it.
Yeah.
Because that's the hard part today.
Yeah.
I hear people talking all the time about going to college. Oh, it's such a struggle
Yeah.
for everybody, for parents. I feel bad for everybody because I don't think it should be.
No, the cost to go to school nowadays is really, it's hard for
It's-
parents, but it's also hard for any kid to
Oh, yeah.
pay back those loans as well,
Yes,
so.
and that's what she's paying back, she's paying back what she owed on her master's, what the government didn't pay. So, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you don't have any plans for the future for anything exciting?
Like I said, the only thing would be to travel to Ireland with my kids. My older daughter and my oldest son are going this summer, I believe.
Oh,
I did not jump on that trip. I don't like to fly. I have a fear of flying, but
Oh,
I'm
dear.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
dear.
have to.
you're gonna have to curve that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna have to
Yeah,
get
that-
over that and do it to get there. So
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
They would really enjoy that,
Yeah.
really.
yeah, I'd love it. I'd love to go there and kind of see, where my roots you know,
Oh, yeah,
where
sure.
my family,
Yeah.
you know, grew up, and so
Yeah.
that would be something to go there and spend some time there. So, yeah, other than that, it's, I guess I'm kind of in cruise control because, you
Oh,
know.
I got to ask you one thing, though.
Mhm.
Where are all those tattoos from?
Uh, you know, that's funny.
Are those from when you were working for
They-
the state?
Yeah, I got them later in life, believe it or not.
Oh.
My youngest son wanted tattoos, and I told him if he graduated from high school that him and I would get the family crest and I'd pay for it, and we did that.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, and so we kind of, you know, both my boys have gone on this, you know, gone in the direction they want sleeves, which is to have one entire arm covered in tattoos, and
Oh,
so it's
okay.
almost been, we joke about it, we call it an arms race. We're all kind of getting tattooed up, but
Oh, that's wonderful.
I don't know that I want to go to the extent that they're going.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
covering their entire arms and chest,
Yeah.
and
But see, that bothers me,
yeah,
because if you have to have surgery,
yeah,
they have to cut in the middle of that, and it's going to look funny afterwards.
yeah. No, yeah, you know, I read something online too that, you know, that tattoos can be detrimental to your health, including
Yes.
autoimmune,
Yes.
tied to autoimmune. So I don't know if any of this I was diagnosed in 2012, so I don't know if any of these had
Yeah.
played a part in that, but,
Oh.
you know, I went on this theme, this kind of Irish theme
Yeah,
to get,
but you don't have that many. I mean, they're large ones, but
yeah.
they're nice, though. I like them.
Well, thank you. I'm not eager to get many more. I think I've done as much or as many as I plan to do.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that's great.
yeah,
Well,
so,
Liam,
Yeah.
yeah. Liam just walked by
Yeah.
behind us. I'm so sorry about that, Fred.
yeah, no worries.
But it's been a pleasure talking with you.
No,
I've
thank you.
enjoyed this so much.
No, thank you. And I get to
I
find
like
out-
changing things around.
Yeah,
I like to have music. I like to have people. I
Mhm.
like to have doctors or individuals, whatever,
yeah,
and just make it interesting for the listeners.
Yeah.
You know, because you never know
yep, you
who's going
don't,
to listen. So,
you don't.
and I don't want to know who's listening. I'm
Yeah.
scared to death.
Well, it's a
But I
good
thank
opportunity
you very
for you.
much
Yeah. Thank
today.
you for the opportunity.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad you came. So, you have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Bobby, you
Thank
too.
you. I'm
Yeah.
going to stay here. I got to do some exercises
Okay,
with everybody.
okay,
Okay.
all righty.
Take care. Hello, everybody. Well, we did it perfectly. We're going to do some exercises, as we always do. Let's get in your chair, sitting up straight. Make sure you got arms on your chair. Okay? Okay, I want you to close your eyes and your mouth, and I want you to inhale through your nose. Fill up your lungs. And then very slowly expire through your mouth. Let it out through your mouth. Okay? In through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. One more time. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Very good. Okay, why don't we start, why don't we start with our head today? I want you to take your head, I want you to turn it to the right and bring it back to the center. Go to the left, bring it back to the center, and stop. Okay? One more time. Go to the right, bring it back to the center, stop, go to the left, bring it back to the center, and stop. Okay? One more time. Go to the right, Bring it back to the center. Stop. Go to the left. And bring it back to the center. And stop. Very good. Now we're going to do our shoulders, my favorite part. Lift them up like you don't know anything. Pretend to people that you're just answering with your shoulders. I know nothing. Once, twice, and 3 times. Very good. Okay, now the next one you're going to do your shoulders, but you're going to pull them back. You're going to stand at attention. 1, and then relax. 2, stand at attention, and relax. Just pull those shoulders back real good when you do it. Okay? One more time. Bring them back. Keep them up straight. Shoulders back. And relax. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Okay. Let's do a few piggy toes today. Put your feet flat on the floor and raise the front of your foot up and bring it back down. Keep the heel of your foot on the floor. Okay? Bring your front of the foot up and bring it back down. Bring the front of your foot up and bring it back down. Very good. Very good. Now, put your feet flat on the floor. Put your knees together just closely. And press them together evenly. In other words, don't put too much pressure from the right leg or the left leg. Just do them both together. And relax. And do it again. Relax. And press again. And relax. Sorry, the vacuum cleaner just flew by. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to do too many of them. I'm sorry, it's just the environment's not good. But I just want to say thank you to all of you. I want to particularly thank Fred Hurley for being on today. He was fantastic. He's a wonderful man. Everybody here just thinks the world of him, I know. I've talked to many of the residents. So have a wonderful day and a wonderful evening, okay? And I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.